remember being in kindergarten where little kids and they're doing the whole telling us about the globe and about people when we were in history. They said, "Oh yeah, all the ancient cultures, they were so primitive and stupid. You know, they believed you started sailing, you just fell off the edge. Oh my gosh, how foolish are they? You know." And it comes down to being able to telling somebody's lying to you. It's like, so first what they want to do is mockery, make it where if you believe in such a foolish idea, then you deserve to be mocked. You know, these people were so dumb that they believed they fell off the edge of the earth into nothingness, into whatever. It's like, you know, after that, I remember going, "Oh, really? Go look for a culture that really believed that. That believed that even remotely could be misconstrued as believing that. And let me know what you come up with, because I guarantee there are none." You know, that's the beginning of knowing you're being lied to. Then you look at how. So imagine you had to make this idea a reality. So you got to go and turn a flat dartboard into a globe. Imagine how that would take place. Well, at first it wouldn't be all right. You start bending it down. Imagine the arc of the shape. How you'd have to the shape. The very top would be okay. Then the first upper half of the ball would be okay. The real problem would be about the last quarter of it. Was when it started to concave at the very bottom, because not only would it wouldn't have to stretch now, it would have to be inverted, you know, it would have to be shrunk down. So to anyone really keeping an eye on any of this shit, paying attention, it was like, if you do the math, and then if you notice, go look at the globe. They did it perfectly. There's no land below that bottom arc where it starts to concave inward again. They made it to where the land just ironically stops right before that point, because that would be the hard part, and that's for a reason. And then people like to say, well, you know, who would ever, why would someone ever construct such a lie like this? Well, why would someone, as in another human, orchestrate all this and made this happen? That's the problem, is thinking is that all of these bigger ideologies and all these things that we see in life here and stuff, that the ancients were so dumb that they didn't know anything. I mean, they had communion with God, for God's sake. I mean, you know, we were told all of this was going to take place, that there will come a time where God's not going to have communion with man, you know, and we're going to be on our own kind of for a little bit. Not on our own, but, you know, just not so in touch. And here we are. You know, there's some saying about the best trick the devil ever played was making man believe he didn't exist. And therein lies the answer to this whole topic of discussion, is that why would anyone construct such a lie? Well, it's not any one, for one. This is way bigger than any one man. It would never extend past one man's lifetime. Somebody had a crazy idea like this. This is the work of the gods, or little g, or God, or whatever, for whatever reason. And you know what? I gotta say, I almost wouldn't blame him. I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably see who had faith and trusted me. If I were, which I'd never be, but if I were God, I would probably do something similar. I'd say, look, in black and white, I'm gonna give you nothing but truth and tell you everything the way it is, the way it's planned to be, and how to do it. And then I'd say, then later on, to see who's not paying attention, to see who doesn't trust me, to see who has no faith, I'd do something similar. Throw this huge, just gargantuan crazy lie that's so freaking obvious if you actually took the time to pay attention. If you actually had a little faith, a mustard seed, and you just went and looked the way everything functions, the way it all happens, and just see who's lying to you, and tested all things, as they say. Hold fast to that which is good. I mean, anyone out there, if they just took the time, had a little faith, were to go and try to not just believe what someone's telling them, but actually go out and look for themselves and realize how ridiculous some of these things are. They might have a different outlook, and everything revolves around the North Pole. It's the cradle of humanity. It's this, in ancient times, that was everything in every culture, everywhere, was the world tree was a real thing. The way the earth is created is a real thing. In the Bible, it's like there had to be that pillar, because it was, an ocean floor before, or whatever. It had to be where, where a bubble on an ocean floor, where there had to be a pillar in the middle. There was a world tree. And that's the basis of everything. They were the conduit to the heavens, as they said, the branches were. And all the powers that be know this, all the humans that are in touch with us, so they're the ones that are participating in the lie too. They're the ones that know the truth. That's why you look at the world tree, it's got the diamonds on the top, like where the fruit are. Those are the stars. The tree is what constructed there. It held up the firmament for a while. And that's also the one place where Babel, the tower at the North Pole, that's the one place they can build it at. And they have been. Without a doubt. I mean, so when people think it's so crazy, there's a reason it seems so crazy, because you've been made to believe such a thing. So, anyway, there's a great book I just found. It's called Paradise Lost or Paradise Found, something like that. It's from the 1800s, but it's an awesome book, and it explains all this back when people still had half a brain. If you ever get a chance to go check it out, it's awesome. It just goes to show how important all that is, the axis of the world. But anyways, I'm gonna stop for tonight. I just wanted to talk about these things, but I'll get back at it soon enough. Thanks for listening. Bye.